surface area of a cylinder. What if you need to create a cylindrical can out of metal? How would you know how much metal you need? We're going to explore the formulas on your chart today. If you look at your STAR reference material, you will see surface area in your chart, and the second row has the cylinder. Again, there is a lateral surface area formula and a total surface area formula. What in the world does 2 pi RH and 2 pi RH plus 2s mean? Two pi RH is the lateral surface area, or the area without the circular bases. It's where a label would go. Where 2 pi RH plus 2 pi R squared is the total surface area, and that amount of material would include the two circles. So as we explore the lateral surface area a little further, we've got 2 pi RH. If you notice, 2 pi R is actually the circumference of the base, or the circumference of your circle, and H is still the height of your cylinder. If we're looking at total surface area, we still are going to find the circumference of the base times the height, and we're going to add the area of two circles. Total surface area is the face plus the two bases. So as we go to the foldable you were given, let's fill in some examples. The lateral surface area of a cylinder. We first write our formula, which we get from our chart. 2 is 2, we leave pi as pi. The radius for this circle, the diameter is 3, so that the diameter is 6, so that means the radius is 3, the height is 11. We're going to go ahead and multiply the three whole numbers to get 66 pi, and then we can find our exact answer by taking 66 times pi. We get 207 hundredths meters squared. Remember, we're finding area, so we're going to use units of measurement squared. Total surface area of a cylinder is again going to have the lateral surface area plus the area of two circles. We're going to fill in our missing numbers. So 2 pi, 3, and 11 plus 2 pi and R, that should have a squared with it. So we have 2 pi, the radius, raised to the second power. We take 2 times 3, which is 6, times 11 gives us 66. 3 squared is 9, times 2 is 18. Always remember to square your radius. Order of operations tells us that exponents must be done before multiplication, so your exponent of 2 needs to be taken care of first. We're going to add 66 pi and 18 pi. These have like terms. The pi in this case is the like term, so we're going to take 66 and 18, and we get 84 pi. To get an answer with decimals, we're going to take 84 times pi. We get 263 and 89 hundredths meters squared. For our next example, please pause your video, use your formula, substitution, and then a calculator to get your answer, and then check with me. As we look at our cylinder, we notice that the height is 12 and the radius is 5. We are looking for the total surface area, so we're going to use the really long formula. 2 remains a 2. We have pi, a radius of 5, times a height of 12, plus we have the area of a base times 2, 120 pi plus 50 pi, which is 170 pi. When you use your calculator to multiply, we would say 534, and we're going to go ahead and just round to the hundredths place. So the 7 is in the hundredths place. Since the number to the right is a 0, we're just going to keep the 7 in the hundredths place as a 7 and our centimeters squared. Again, please pause your video to work the problem and then check. This question asks us to find the lateral surface area. Since we're just finding lateral, we will not need to find the area of the two bases. Our diameter for this problem is 14. When we're writing down our information, we're going to have to make sure we use the radius of 7. We do straight multiplication and get 168 pi. When we multiply by pi, we're going to look at the hundredths place. Since the number to the right of the hundredths place is greater than 7, we would take the 8 in the hundredths place and round it to a 9 and leave it as yards squared. This question asks us to find the total surface area and leave it in terms of pi. Please pause your video, work your problem, and come back and check. For our total surface area, we've got 2 pi. The radius for this problem is a half. The diameter was 1, and half of that is 0.5. As we take 0.5 times 2, we get 1, and then that number 1 times this 2 gives me 2 pi. A half squared is going to be 25 hundredths, and 25 hundredths times 2 gives us a half. We add them together to get 2.5 pi millimeters squared. Again, we left our answer in terms of pi. That is the end of our video. So if you will bring all your notes and any questions you have to class, we can answer them then.